Hi, this is Byron Stripling with the Columbus Jazz Orchestra, and we're looking forward to seeing you in the Southern Theater this coming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. That's the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th of this month in February. But I'm really excited because I'm sitting next to two incredible musicians, one of which has an incredible French manicure. And if you compare hers to mine, I think that you'll choose mine. No, I think But this is the great Tia Fuller. And I was just listening before I came out here, her new album, which I forgot the title of the new album.
Angelic Warrior.
Angelic Warrior. We're going to play a song from that one.
Well, actually, the song is on Decisive Steps.
The one before,
yes.
Right. But you'll get to hear, we want you to pick up all Tia's recordings, but as I listen to your playing, there's so many great influences. And by the way, I got to meet Tia when she was just a little nothing. She was just nothing, a little baby. I was swaddling her like this. At the University of Boulder, she was playing, and I was like, Tia, here's the saxophone. And then she played, and she sounded like Charlie Parker immediately. But on a serious note, I wanted to ask you, who would you think your major influences would be? And I know that your whole family plays, too. Was that also an influence on you, your family, as well as other musicians?
Yes, definitely. It's ironic that you brought them up because I'd have to say my major influences have been my family. My dad, he's a great bass player in the Denver, Colorado area. My mom's a vocalist. And then my sister's a pianist that plays in my band now. My brother-in-law, Rudy Royston, plays drums. Mm-hmm. So growing up and having just the music and just the spirit of the music in the house really paved the way for me, and going to gigs with my parents, and then later on playing at the gigs with my parents, with my dad yelling at me saying, "Tia, play, Tia, play." So I think that truly reared me and was my largest influence.
Right. And quickly tell us, like, you spent some time playing with Beyonce. What kind of experience is that for a jazz musician?
Oh, wow. You know, the first rehearsal that we had, I remember the click track going, and there was a track going while we were playing, and I was like, why are we even here? And so that was my first experience, just as far as, man, this is different. And although we didn't always play the click track, we did play live, but I truly learned how to incorporate other elements of music, of the production of music, of the presentation of music, into my own shows, which has been really a melding of both worlds, of the R&B, the pop, and then the jazz world, to try to hopefully expand our audience as jazz musicians. So it's definitely been a blessing touring with her, because it expanded my knowledge as far as how to embrace their world in light of ours.
And I must say, I checked you out on YouTube playing something before, and you had on a very nice dress. I just want to be clear.
Okay.
Very nice dress. And you sounded incredible. But let's go back to the dress.
Oh, goodness. I'm wondering which one you...
But we're looking forward to having Tia play. She sounds absolutely incredible. And I also want you to meet probably if you think about the greatest drummers in the world living right now, we're lucky with the Columbus Jazz Orchestra to have this man with us. And one of those things that he's going to play with us is a version that he really wrote the rules on how to play two of these songs. Arrangement by Jim McNeely of Sing, 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 and arrangement by Slide Hampton of Shiny Stockings. And you can get the recording of the Carnegie Hall Jazz Band playing that. That's one of the first times I heard Lewis, and he will literally blow you away playing those. But I want to ask you the same question, like, who are some of your influences, especially, let's say, when you think big band, and then I want to know some small group, but big band drummers?
Well, you know, it's funny because I came a little bit later to the music. I didn't hear jazz growing up in my house. I heard a lot of gospel and spiritual, a lot of R&B. So the sound of Charlie Parker and Dizzy or Coleman Hawkins or people like that wasn't a part of my experience growing up. But I think I did play the drums from the age of 10. So playing that R&B and church music established a groove for me, so that when I eventually did hear great drummers like Art Blakey and people like that, I was able to appreciate what they did, but with an undercurrent of funky R&B, gospel-y kind of stuff that was there. So I came a little bit late to it, but as far as my influences and the great big band drummer, You know, I would have to go back to the earliest recordings I heard of Joe Jones with the Basie Band. I have to, start there for myself. I did go back before that to Lunsford and the earliest big band stuff. But for me, Duke's band and especially Basie's band for me, because of Joe Jones, really solidified what happens. And then the modern bands like Thad and Mel, and like that, and Woody Herman's band and stuff like that. So I tried to hear as much different types of stuff as I could.
One of the and I know we're going long here, but I got to ask you this question. One of the great stories that you told me was your first night with Sonny Rollins. Can you give us a little capsule of the fun that you had down that night?
Yeah, I was so in awe of him. And then on top of me already being in awe of him, he played so much saxophone that night. My mouth was open. I must have looked like I'd just seen a ghost. Because Bob Cranshaw was playing bass, and he just kept looking at me laughing. He could barely play the bass. He was laughing so hard because he saw the look on my face.
Right.
It was just one of the most amazing experiences I ever had.
So you got into trading fours on St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Was that a short period
of
time?
No, that was on, it was on Tenor Madness.
Okay.
So Sonny decides to trade fours, and it goes on for like 10, 15 minutes. I mean, ridiculously long. I never traded fours that long with anybody in my life. So I started to run out of ideas, but because Sonny's so rhythmic, as soon as he would play something, he'd feed me rhythmic ideas.
Right.
That's how bad he is. Absolutely.
Truly, that's one of my favorite stories of yours, to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to experience, if you come to these concerts, two of the great artists in jazz. Ms. Tia Fuller, we thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
We're excited to hear the magic that you're going to create for us this week, and also the incredible Mr. Louis Nash there. It does not get any better in the world of jazz than these two people. Please join us February 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. And that's on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday is a matinee for those people who like to get up early and miss church, and you just go. Because when I was growing up, 2 o'clock we were just getting going. But we look forward to seeing you. Please join us. This is going to be a monumental week. And I should say the Columbus Youth Jazz Band will also join us on a whole bunch of numbers. This is going to be a great week. We'll see you then.